Dork Podcast with Rich Keefe. It's the Dork Podcast. Keefe Davey. It's the Dork Podcast. Hashtag. It's the hashtag Dork Podcast.
Thanks for tuning to another episode of Hashtag Dork. My name is Rich Keefe, joined as always by Davey Eyeballs. He is Rim Von Dim. All hail the king of ginger ale. It's Ryan Davey. Davey, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm a little confused. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
soon.
I have as many questions as I do just general thoughts on
Yes.
the topic du jour, which I am looking forward to speaking about because it does sort of blend football month with Dorktober a little bit. It's
Kind of.
Maybe one of the few movies that could maybe possibly do that, I guess. But we played a really fun game last week, Ryan, and that game was guess the outro song for Alien Earth. Even if you aren't watching the series, which we recommend that you do, the finale's next week. We'll do a standalone on it next week, right? It'll be, oh no, it's this week. The
It's
finale
this week.
Yeah, my bad.
Yep.
So I'm thinking, yeah, so the finale's this week. We will do a standalone episode next week. 8 episodes will be in the books. It's on Hulu. It's a show that takes place 2 years before the original Alien film. And each episode has ended with an absolute heater. Now, I'll be honest. I don't think the last one was a heater for me.
Oh, that song rules.
Okay, so the last song
Yeah.
was Queens of the Stone Age,
Song
Songs
for the Dead.
for the Dead.
Yep.
Slow.
That whole album, which is called Songs for the Deaf,
Mm.
is unbelievable.
Okay.
And
All
I love that album.
Okay, all right.
And I got to shoot the band live. They had some weird rules. Josh Shalom had some weird rules. You couldn't shoot them straight on. So like, you know how like you're in the pit, like in the like right front and center, right?
Yeah.
They had lines taped off where you couldn't shoot from.
Oh, so
You couldn't shoot from angles. Yeah, so it was like angled. So like, think of like a trapezoid behind like a net in hockey.
Yeah.
You couldn't shoot from there. You could not be in his line of sight.
All right, fair enough.
And if you had to go to the other side, you had to duck and like
Yeah.
run underneath. It was like the shoot in football.
Yeah.
You had to, like, run underneath something to like. It was really weird.
Like, whatever you
But-
say, sir. You've been very successful. So they've had Black Sabbath, Tool, Metallica, Jane's Addiction, Smashing Pumpkins, Godsmack, Queens of the Stone Age. They have one more to go.
I
Go ahead.
Yeah. What's your guess?
Well, last week I said Black and White by Static X or Mud Shovel by Stained, which I think are both solid. This is my other guess. I'm going to play it for you. This is my other guess.
If it stayed, I'd never leave it. If that turned around, I'd grieve the special dirty things that we used to talk about. I mean that loving you is strange and adored by me throughout. Oh, now it's you again.
That'd be Stitches by Orgy.
Yeah.
I think it kind of fits. It fits that show pretty well.
It fits that show really well, which makes me think of something. I'm still holding out hope for Korn.
Korn would be a great fit. Do you have a specific Korn song? Or you just think Blind? Yeah, Blind. Blind would be amazing.
But also, like Falling Away From Me would be really good too.
Yes.
Depending on how the show ends, right?
That's what I'm saying. Right.
What I'm leaning towards too now for some reason. I don't know why.
What do you got?
Your boy Marilyn Manson.
Oh, well, he has been like kind of canceled, but he does have a lot of songs.
He does have a lot of songs you could use, or like 9 Inch Nails would be really good too. But because it's all in that era,
it is definitely.
But I gotta think Korn's
good.
Which I think how Jonathan Davis has that like H.R. Giger mic stand.
Yeah,
the guy who drew the Xenomorphs. Like that's a great connection. They have to use them. Like that's one of the last things he built was Jonathan Davis's mic stand.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? It's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. He's got it stands out when you see him on stage.
Sure does.
Yeah, Falling Away From Me would be pretty good. I'm trying to think.
But I'm trying to think what would lead up to like Alien, like how that would like.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. Could be anything, but I'm excited for the end of the show, and I'm excited for whatever song they choose because I'll update my playlist because it's been that
But
good.
I'm interested. One of the characters, Wendy, or I forget her. What's her?
Kyle Chandler's dad.
No, but what's her name? It's the character's name. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, they call her Wendy. Oh, Marcy.
Marcy. What happens to Marcy? Like, I'm fascinated because if this runs right up into Alien, like, I'm dying to know because that character's so cool.
It is a cool character. I know. I'm trying to think, like, what do they do?
Because she doesn't have to age, right? So, like, what if she shows up in like Predator Badlands, or she shows up in the next Alien movie, or like whatever? She could be one of those. Because I know we talked about this before, but this is a universe that's like rapidly expanding with Predator and Aliens, and like, I'm really excited. This could go. It's like Star Wars level. This could go in any direction.
It could. I think there was a report though that Fede Alvarez, who did Alien Romulus, is not doing the next Alien movie, which I feel like is too bad.
He said I read something that like it was one of those like headlines, right? He's not doing it, but then he said basically like I think the gist is if Ridley Scott wants to do it, or like someone like James can't, like they can, or they only did one, so if they want to do it, fine. But if they ask me, I'll do it.
Okay,
but it's their stuff. Like if they ask me, fine. But I'm not gonna like push it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's fine. All right.
Yeah.
I like him. I want him involved. All right. Let's continue with this, right?
This week in Dorn. Yeah.
We also got another episode of Peacemaker this week. How are you enjoying Peacemaker?
I'm very much enjoying Peacemaker. Yeah. The only thing I would say is a big knock for me: we have not seen Vigilante fight enough.
Great call. Vigilante, they've sort of kind of put them both on the sidelines a little bit. So so here's my concern. I think I mentioned this before on the podcast, is that Peacemaker is a similar character in many ways to like a Punisher or a Deadpool or a Red Hood, or like, you know, vigilante anti-hero type guys, right? Where they fucking kill a lot of people. I just don't know if they're going too soft with Peacemaker. Be like, hey, he's the cover, so he wants to feel bad for all his kills now, and he's gonna be like a good guy and like this. So like we'll see where it goes and how it ends. But that's one thing I'm a little leery of.
I just don't know. Yeah, it's a little too James Gunny, like a little too like. But
don't clean them up. You don't need to clean them up.
How do you feel? I'm excited that, and I think someone pointed this out. I might have been you, somebody, that their HBO dropped Superman Friday ahead of Peacemaker finale.
Yeah, because apparently the final 3 episodes of Peacemaker are going to have big implications into the Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow.
Yes.
So like it's all very tied together. They want you to be able to watch Superman, because even the beginning of Peacemaker clearly takes place right after Superman. There's some overlap there. My guess
they mentioned it. They mentioned like
the last couple episodes.
And the whole reason. Oh yeah, and the whole thing of like the interdimensional thing that like we don't want another Metropolis situation. Yeah. They even like mentioned it last episode. So yeah, I mean that's good time. That Rick Flag Sr. hits like a truck. Huh?
Oh my God, he really does. I don't really like the Flags Junior. I don't like Junior or Senior,
but I do like that it was so obvious like what he was doing. But then he's like, actually, I'm doing this because he's dumb and like he's gonna fall for this, which the audience, we as the audience, did too. Like I'm not that dumb.
Yeah, like you got me, you bastard. Yeah, that's good. I also am thinking about him from Creature Commandos, because that Rick Flag Sr. is the same character from Creature Commandos. That's all canon. That counts. So it's pretty funny.
Which is awesome.
It's amazing.
Can I see some real Dr. Phosphorus too? That would be lovely.
I think we're going to at some point see like the Bride of Frankenstein and like David Harbour as like the Frankenstein's monster. Like we're gonna see that.
That'd be great.
It's amazing. Yeah. Gen V is back. The Boys spinoff. We did an episode on season 1. I liked the show. I thought it was good. I've not dove back in. They released 3 episodes. Then it's going to be weekly for the rest of it. Did you start this yet?
No, I got too much to watch. I'm actually behind on something else now too.
Oh, Task?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Task is 3 episodes in. I think it's only 7 total. So the 3rd one was last night, and it was very good.
Was it good? All right, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna watch it right after this.
Did you watch or have you heard it about Black Rabbit, the Jason Bateman Jude Law show on Netflix?
Heard of it, and
Yeah.
what are the reports say?
Mixed. It looks a
Too
little
bad.
mixed. I Rotten Tomatoes is tough, or Roddy T's, when it comes to really any of it, but I feel like TV shows, it's even more kind of wild. Like, I think it's more of a movie medium, and we kind of use it for what it is. But
Yeah,
at last check, let me look this up. Black Rabbit, which I think they're like long episodes too, because I didn't watch any of it, and I saw there's like over an hour. Critics 64, audience 78.
that's a shame.
Yeah, that's not like enough to watch it right now, because I haven't even watched Wednesday season 2. So like I'm waiting.
Which I'm told a person close to me, my wife, says it's not good. Doesn't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That stinks, because season 1 was excellent.
Can I tell you
Yeah.
that I found a show on Netflix, and we might have to do it for Dorktober, depending on how it ends. It's 1 season. It's 8 episodes. They're all like 40 minutes apiece. And I got recommended. I'll tell you who recommended it in a second. So it's called Marianne. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's French, so you got to read some subtitles. But it's like basically if you had like Misery and like a demonic possession thing mixed together.
Okay.
It's actually really good.
Okay.
And I found out about a guy by the name of Stephen King recommended it.
I've heard of him. Yep.
Heard of him? So
I've heard
I was like on
Stephen
Twitter,
King.
like I follow him on Twitter, and he's like, if you haven't, like, people haven't watched the show, people are sleeping on the show, like, watch it.
It's called Mary Ann.
Marianne.
All right, I'll look it up somewhere.
And I thought I saw something about it on TikTok, and I thought it was one of those things again where like I was going to get duped, like the movies.
Yeah.
But I actually looked it up, and it's actually I've watched the first 4 episodes, and it's really good.
Solid. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So watch the first episode. And it's like a hidden gem on Netflix. It came out 5 years ago.
Okay.
So give it a watch.
Very good. Real quick, Rye, email of the episode, and this one comes in from Andrew, and he says, after listening to you guys talk about Varsity Blues, I'm loving football month. It can never replace Small Dick Fall, but it's an awesome addition to a great podcast. I've definitely mentioned to you guys before, but Blue Mountain State is a great football show. Easy watch. It should be in your queue. Moral of the story: if you end up reviewing Friday Night Lights, the movie, in the state, so this is a question he has. We've both seen Friday Night Lights, the movie, based on the book and the true story.
Right.
In the state championship game, right after the Dallas Carter coach yells, "Show me something," there is a clip of a panther flying out of nowhere and destroying the quarterback. So it's like a game montage of the championship game.
Yeah.
And the coach yells, "Show me something," and then you just see like a defensive, like a flying like sack, basically.
Yeah.
Can hashtag Dork please settle a high school group football players debate? There's a debate that he and his teammates have had.
Yep.
Does he yell Schwarzenegger or squats gorilla? Please settle the debate.
I don't think it's either. I have to watch this. I don't think it's either.
I went back after getting this. I went back. I think this is streaming on Netflix, or it might be leaving soon. So I found the exact part he's looking for. And I listened to it several times, and I heard nothing. So I don't know if this is like an inside joke, but I can't hear any of it. And I even popped the subtitles on because I'm like, I'll help this guy out.
Yeah.
And it's just like either inaudible or it is like, it doesn't give you the answer that you're looking for. I would pull it up, but I don't think we can play it like on YouTube.
I don't think we know. We'll get
flagged for that.
Yeah.
But
let me see if I can find it though.
You can find it. Like if you scroll late in the movie and then it's like the championship game, and you'll notice it's
I know exactly what point it's at in the movie.
I don't think so. He goes, does he yell? So is he talking about the guy making the sack or the quarterback himself? I don't know if either one of them make a sound, because it's like game, you hear like game sounds and like a guy getting tackled and like yelling.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
So is it the beginning of the championship game? Is like the first half when they're like
yeah,
I see it.
Maybe in the middle. Do you have the timestamp? Did you get it?
I'm almost there. I think it's like an hour.
Yeah.
Hour and 32 minutes and change, like around there.
So sorry, Andrew. I don't think we can help you on this. He definitely yells like a
dog.
What is it?
Iggy Pop song. Now, wow, wowna. That song. Be your dog. That song.
Yes, 100%. It is that song. Yeah. That song is being played. So that's the other thing. It's like you have a song and you have sound effects from a game.
Yeah, it could just be from the song.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, good point. Yeah,
yeah.
So
I'm listening. Well, keep talking.
I don't think we have anything. I don't think we have anything on that. No, I don't think so. I could be wrong, but we'll do another football movie coming up after this one. But in the meantime,
y'all ready for Bisque?
I guess so.
Well, I don't know either. Well, I am glad you asked, however. It's the topic of the day. And today it is the feature film, Him. It is a 1 hour and 36-minute rated R movie, which is being dubbed a horror mystery thriller. Last check on Roddy T's, 28% by the audience, 58%. I'm sorry, flip that. 28% critics, 58% audience. Produced by Jordan Peele. Ryan, Him, we begin as we do with all of our TV and movie reviews, spoiler free. Did you like it?
No, sir, I didn't.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
So I didn't, but I'll tell you.
I'll tell you. I would know what you're going to say.
I was going to say, before I saw the movie, all I saw were like horrible reviews. And so I went in not expecting anything at all. And I was like, you know what? This wasn't the worst movie that I've seen. I would save your money. Like, for people listening, and before we get into spoilers, I would not see this in the theater. I'll tell you that right now. No. I don't think it's I've seen plenty of worse movies this year, but it was not very good. And I have a lot of questions about it. It's strange. You'd think like, hey, these are two things that I don't really think have really been done together. What is it going to be like? Football/sports movie with a horror movie. Very, very few things like that.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't very good. And I don't know if they're just plot holes or if they're just issues that I have with the movie. But in spoilers, we have some questions to sort of ask the movie.
And I would rename it. I think I wrote this down as I was watching it. I would call it, No, I Get It, the movie. It's like when someone thinks they have this like really deep and meaningful point and they just like hammer it like over and over. And you're like, I get it. Like, I get what you, and then no. But like, I'm like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, that's, to me, like that was for an hour and a half, because how this movie goes, I could have told you exactly how this ends in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh my God. Yeah, probably.
And so let me tell you a story. So this, I call it the 27 dresses problem. So my mother-in-law was when I'm saying like hammering my wife to like, you have to see it. You have to see 27 dresses. It's so good. It's so good. And then Rye's like, I know how this movie is going to end. Like, there's no point in seeing it. And she's like, okay, like, how's it end? She goes, let me guess. She gets all these bridesmaids from her wedding and they have to wear the dresses that she wore. And she has to marry a guy who she doesn't like. She's like, mother's like, well, you've seen it. And Rye's like, no, I haven't seen it, but I know exactly how it ends.
Right. Put it together.
That was this movie. Like, I know exactly how this is going to end. And the balls on these people for calling it a horror movie.
Yeah, it was just like some weird scenes. It was like some weird stuff. It was like a bad haunted house. It wasn't like a horror movie, really.
They split it up into days, and it was like really strange. The end was very strange.
The end was strange. They did like parts, and so you're like, listen, this isn't weapons, so stop. Don't do this. You're not that creative. I'm glad you mentioned the title. I hate when people that this has become a thing. I think it's phasing out, but I hate it. I've never liked it. They're like, oh, he's him. Look at he's him now. He's him. I'm like, fucking awful. Also, the original.
It's funny too. Yeah, go ahead. I was going to say the same thing.
The original title of the movie was Goat, which is like the same idea. But Goat doesn't bother me as much. Goat's kind of funny, and I think it's kind of whatever. Like, oh, that guy's the goat, and then you can like laugh about like having 10 goats because how could they be 10 goats? But him is just, it's kind of cringy to me. I don't like when people use that in that.
No,
way.
it's kind of lame. It's like old people just found something that new, like kids say, and just like pounced on it. But what's crazy in the movie too that I realized is he says I'm him like twice, but they refer to each other as the goat or like being the goat dozens of times. So like even the title like doesn't make sense. Like
they like switched it.
They never switched it in the script. The autocorrect didn't catch it.
So I did expect when you see Jordan Peele, when you see the movie poster, or there's a couple different posters, but when you see the one with the younger dude played by Tyreek Withers, who was actually a college football player, and we saw him most recently in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Mm-hmm.
And so like he pulled that off fine. Like he wasn't one of these like out of place athletes in like a sports movie or anything. But you see some of the posters with him, and he's got like blood or like stuff like all over him. You're like, oh, this is gonna be fucked. This is gonna be kind of like a tapped movie. And I don't know. I don't know if it really was. I saw one review said it wanted to be The Substance with jock straps, and I was like, it didn't even go to that level though of The Substance.
I saw one review that just said shit.
Yeah, you probably did. Yeah, you
probably. What happened to Julia Fox? What is this Hollywood trend of like dyeing or shaving your eyebrows is really off-putting to me.
That might be the most
like
horrifying thing in the movie. I would say Julia Fox was the scariest thing in the movie.
She looks terrifying.
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's weird. I don't like the bleaching of the eyebrows.
No, I don't care for it.
Not for me. I do like Marlon Wayans.
You know, here's the thing though. We've been trying to do Marlon Wayans as a leading man for like 20 years and it's never really worked.
But he's a good dramatic actor, I think.
But I just in this movie, like to what end?
Well,
like,
this movie wasn't a very good movie, but
like great, but like no one's casting you in anything good. It's just this.
But he was in
I will say
Requiem for a Dream, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't like the lead, you know, he was just like the friend, you know. It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Dare I say? Like I wanted to like this movie. Like I like the idea of, you know, athletes being heralded as like gods or like deities, and you know, but at the same time are treated very much like cattle. Like I get that, and I think there's some horror aspects, like you said, like the substance. What are the substance?
What? Oh yeah,
no. Like you want to call it like the sauce. Like, But I get that element to it, like swapping blood and like all this stuff. I get it. Again, I get it.
Yeah,
landed on but the visuals were great too. I thought it looked cool.
I was gonna say, like watching it, I'm like, oh, there is a good idea in here. Like, there's a cool premise. Yeah. I could see how this got like greenlit. So they're like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Here's our idea. Here's our hook. And apparently, I was reading up on it in 2022. It was on. There's like a Hollywood blacklist, they call it, where it's like the best unproduced scripts or whatever like that. And this was like a few years ago, one of the best scripts that was like making the rounds out there. Like people liked the script a lot.
And like, I think so. They changed the ending.
Well, that makes sense.
I read that somewhere.
I wouldn't be surprised. Also, tough year for Jordan Peele, who missed out on getting Weapons and ended up producing him. And you're like, ugh.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking the same exact thing watching. Is like his team passed on Weapons for this.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah, but he was pissed. So I don't know if they.
That's what I'm saying. Like he fired the guy.
Yeah, you got porked on that. So it's like, I don't know. Jordan Peele's in a little bit of a downer right now because
he needs to direct something.
Yeah, because when you see his name on stuff, you're like, okay, like, does that mean it's gonna be good? I don't know.
Dare I say he's one more stinker from being in like Shyamalan territory.
Yeah, I think he is, because it's like he's still capable of good. I really liked not Cabin in the Woods, Knock at the Cabin that M. Night did a couple years ago. I thought that was great, but then he came back out with like Trap, and you're like, this stinks. So yeah, I would say Peele's definitely in that category. Also, this movie had Tim Heidecker and Jim Jeffries in it,
which was in itself off-putting because Tim Heidecker's like really off, like quirky character anyway. Yeah. But Jim Jeffries being serious was really off-putting.
That was definitely strange. So we both said it's not really scary. It's not. I guess it's not really a horror movie, but there are some like weird scenes that like I don't know what else. What other like genre would you put it in?
A thriller, maybe.
Yeah, I get right. It's not overly thrilling, but it's not horrifying. But I guess it's closer to that. Because are there sports horror movies? I was trying to think about this. Like Teen Wolf, I wouldn't really call it that.
I mean, it's a monster movie.
It is a monster movie with sports, but like, am I missing an obvious one? Like, what is a sports horror movie?
The Fan.
Oh yeah, that probably could be. Bobby Rayburn led the National League in RBI.
That's right. I'm trying to think.
Good baseball player. Robert Downey Jr. loved him.
WrestleManiac.
No, that's not going to do it.
That's not going to do it.
No.
Yeah, I'd say The Fan.
Yeah, maybe The Fan. And even that, I don't know if that's horror. That's more like
Swim Fan.
I remember Swim Fan with Erica Christensen, right?
That's right.
Yeah. It's a weird, so it's like it is like a niche. There's not a lot of these. You can give him credit for that.
Yeah, like Chariots of Fire. I'm like, I don't think that's a horror movie.
Not scary though.
No.
And not a must see. I think that's fairly obvious. What is your dork score for him?
2.
Yeah, I went 2.5, and I was looking this up. I have it like similarly ranked as the last Jurassic Park, like in that area. And so I'm gonna go 2.5. I did think Marlon Wayans was pretty good. I like some of the ideas. Oh, and if nothing else, this movie, at least when we do like our look at fictional athletes, you now have to, the buildup of this. Isaiah White is the name of the character Marlon Wayans plays. He is an 8-time champion. So he's like one more than Tom Brady, which I think
they did that on purpose. Yep.
100%. But he's referred to as the GOAT. He's a quarterback. He's played for years and years and years and years. Based strictly off of what you hear about in the movies, because we don't really see him play that much. We just see him like kind of practice, and you hear like some old play-by-play. He has to be considered one of the best fictional athletes of all time, right?
Has to be, because again, you can't call him the GOAT in the movie and then have him win less Super Bowls than Tom Brady, because it'd be like, wait.
Yeah. So he's better than that. But like, and even so many of the other guys
shows an MVP trophy.
Does who?
It shows an MVP trophy, but we don't know how many. Do they say how many? I forget.
They might have in the movie. I don't remember. They show you all the rings that he has.
Mm-hmm.
And so he played for years and years and years, but because most of the other quarterbacks are like high school, college quarterbacks from like fictional movies, like one that we'll do coming up next. And it's like, it's all projection. Like we have no idea how good they're going to be. So one guy that I think might be the best fictional football player might be Willie Beeman. And even we only see for like a season or two. So like
half a season.
So like this guy, Isaiah White, might by like one thing that you get from this movie is like the greatest fictional athlete. So it's like, all right, he might be like if we redrafted like we did years ago, like this guy might be the top pick.
Shane Falco from the Replacements.
Yeah, Shane's good. Scab player, but good.
Yeah,
but good nonetheless. All right, if you guys happen to see him, it was the #1 movie at the box office this weekend, but it only made 14 million. So I'm guessing you didn't see it, but if you did see it, you can let us know what your score is in the chat. Davey's going 2. I'm going 2.5.
Spoilers! Here come the spoilers!
All right. So one of my questions I have for you is, so there's this whole thing in this movie. It's like a cult basically. And first of all, it's on the nose. As Davey said, a lot of it is very much of the I get it thing. But Marlon Wayans plays for a team called the San Antonio Saviors.
That's right on the nose. Yeah,
too much. And like it's a whole thing, and there's like a cult behind it. And so like he's got some of this like super secret sauce to sort of like make him like the greatest player. But there was a long line of these guys, and so like they at the end of the movie, there's like a scene where they're in there. And well, anyway, the other young quarterback, they're like training him, right? He's coming out of college. That kid, Tyreek Withers, his name is Cam Cade, and he's supposed to be the next big thing. And they like bring him in under his wing, and there's this whole story. But my question is, if there was one of these guys, and there's only one, and there was always one this whole line at the end of the movie, and because Marlon Wayans shows these other jerseys up there. So you're like, there's at least 3 of these guys that played in the league before that at that time, they were the GOAT and they had this stuff going with them. But then he basically challenges them to like a one-on-one fight to the death.
Yep.
So my question is, did each GOAT meet their demise? And just like, that's not a story. Like, so every greatest player ever just like died violently before their last season?
I guess so.
Is that what happened?
I mean, they certainly lead you that's what you're led to believe, right?
I thought it was going to be more of a we're going to suck the powers from the good players. So like how I viewed it was this. Let's say Tom Brady, let's just put it in real world terms. Tom Brady's amazing for like 5 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then they see like Andrew Luck coming up. And then they drain Andrew Luck's powers and put it into Tom Brady. And then he's able to play for another 10 years. And then they see like another great, like Jane Daniels is coming up. So then they suck his powers and they give it. So he ends up playing like 30 years. Like, how the fuck did he do this? And it's like, oh, because we killed these 3 guys before they got really famous.
Well,
I thought it was gonna be something like that.
Well, it could it could have been, but then it would have been too much like Get Out. Like it would have been like too much more Jordan Peele, like Get Out.
It would have been like Get Out, would have been like The Substance, because when somebody compared to The Substance, I was thinking that because like if you guys haven't seen The Substance by now, it's been out for a little bit, but basically like Demi Moore's character can live that life as that other person, but then it goes back and forth. But so it's just like, you know, you need that other body to sort of pull this off.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like so confused. So then by the end, he's like, all right, it's like it's you or me. But I'm like, couldn't you have done this? Could this have changed the whole movie? What if instead of creeping out Cam Cade and filling him up with blood the whole time and like just like grooming him that way, could you have explained the whole thing to him and then been like, he's going to play 1 more year and then we're going to like literally pass the torch to you?
Yeah, you could have, and he would have done it.
I think so.
It's
and then
like,
they threw in at the very end. Then they threw in at the very end too. And this was another obvious thing as the movie was going on, because all of a sudden, like his dad was dead, right? His dad, who loved Marlon Wayans, Cam Cade's dad loved Marlon Wayans. And then there's a little bit of a fast, flash forward where Cam's grown up and the dad's dead. You're like, all right, well, he had something to do with that. And sure enough, he did. And they mentioned like, this is what your dad wanted. This is what your dad wanted.
Right.
But
because he said he was gonna quit.
Yeah.
And then his dad, like, he was going to quit. He said his dad was proud of him. And that was it. He was going to quit. And then his dad died like a month later. And that pushed him back into football.
Yeah. And then in order for the San Antonio Saviors to draft him, they attacked him on his campus or whatever. And then there were going to be questions about his draft stock. But then he agreed to do like a training camp with Cam Cade. And then there's a scene where he's like all excited, like he was going to get drafted. And I'm like, you're going to get drafted either way.
You're going to get drafted anyway.
You're the consensus number 1 player. You were going to get picked.
And just because you got hit in the head doesn't mean like you can't play football anymore. But also,
all like that stuff was like annoying me.
But the greatest you wrote in the thing, like strengths and weaknesses. And to me, it's the same thing. The strength and the weakness of this movie is it's only 90 minutes long.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's only 90 minutes long, but like they don't, like you said, they don't really explain anything.
Yeah.
Or like why. So like, oh, he was viciously attacked. Like no one thought to investigate that.
No.
We just let it go. Like, yeah, I got hit in the head. What are you going to do? Like that was the whole explanation there. And weeks later, he still has staples in his head and he's putting a football helmet on with staples in his head. Like that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. And then
they kept doing like the Mortal Kombat X-ray attacks. Like what are the NFL? What was the NFL Blitz? You did that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, not Blitz. Yeah, it was Blitz. The Blitz.
I think it was Blitz.
Yeah, that game was so fun.
Did you happen to have a
what the fuck
moment of the movie? There's probably a bunch actually. The
one with like the super fan lady in the sauna.
Yeah. Good one.
The one who's like spitting on the car. We don't want you.
Yeah.
They tried to make that like a what the fuck thing, but like,
well, the what the fuck part of that was not even them outside, all like the groupies, but then it was like when she went inside and then like Marlon Wayans like kissed her pretty passionately for a second and then just like dumped her body down on the ground. And you're like, where's this going? I was gonna say one of the what the fuck moments, obviously like the whole ending sequence was, but so was the part where they're doing a drill. And so Cam Cade has like his back to like the receivers. They like snap him the ball. And then he has like less than 2 seconds to turn around and like hit a guy. Right. And if he doesn't hit a guy, some other receiver is lined up 2 feet away from a jugs machine. And if the player on the field drops the pass, they shoot like a 100-mile-an-hour football to his face. I'm like, what is this?
Right to his face.
And he volunteered for
Yeah.
it, and then thanked him for that. And he got like 3 of them.
Thanked him for the opportunity.
Almost died.
And the idea is like it's always the quarterback's fault. Like even if he drops it, he's going to hit it. It's your fault. Like that's like, which not wrong.
No.
You know.
But also, like, how many people are aware of this cult? Apparently, like the whole league, like his agent is, the coaches are, like many people are involved in this.
People's wives, there's like random cheerleaders who are watching all of this happen, like mascots, like they're all a marching band. Like who's keeping that secret?
It fell apart at the end. I do think it's a strong idea, and I've always joked about like Tom Brady's success being like it had to be a deal with the devil because like he's so fucking good and like so much better than everybody else, and like
got better
when he got older. Like that is ripe for a movie. But then I think they just didn't know how to close it because it was like there's no reason why they have to fight to the death. And then if you're telling me that they fought to the death, then you're telling me that Marlon Wayans fought the previous guy to the death and killed him. And if the 3 greatest players in league history all got violently murdered, or even if you covered it up and you were like their last season they retired and died, you'd be like, what the fuck is up with this? Like that'd be a story.
And what was the whole thing in the beginning?
Minutes on that,
the origins of the forward pass and like working with animal skins.
Yeah, he was talking about like the Native Americans, and that was a whole line about the origins of football. Yeah,
super weird.
It was strange. It was strange.
And again, I think it was someone trying to sorry. You're like going in and out. I feel like I'm stepping on you a lot, but you're like choppy-ish. It's like I don't know when you stop and when you start.
I don't know if it's my internet connection.
My shit's fine.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Yeah. It's just like I know what you're trying to do, but you're not doing it very well, and I need you to stop.
Yeah,
like, it looked cool.
It was a tough go. This was one that the trailers made it look pretty wild. They did a good job chopping up the trailer. Maybe Jordan Peele had his hand in the trailer.
Maybe.
And then you're like, and then the movie comes out, and you're like, oh, that was it. MVP of the movie.
Was it Isaiah Clarke, right? Is that his name? Is that Marlon Wayans' name?
I think Marlon Wayans was. I think he was the best part of the movie. Yeah. Hey, all right, here's a good question. How will this movie be remembered?
I struggle with this because it'll either be forgotten by the people who get it, and I'm more worried about, much like our next topic, I'm more worried about the people who don't get it, who see that this movie's like fucking sick, dude. Like, bro, the fucking movie's sick. Like, you missed the point. Like the people who missed the point, I'm more worried about them. Or I'm just like, it's like the people who are really into like Wolf of Wall Street, like or Scarface, is like, no, you missed the entire point of that movie.
Yeah. Like The Boys, that happens a lot with The Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie, I think there's a good chance it's forgotten. I think one way that it is somewhat remembered would be what we were talking about earlier, and how not a lot of sports movies also try to be like horror, mystery, thriller type of like that area doesn't really exist, but overall disappointing. So that's what I think about that.
Yeah, fuck this movie.
Last week on the Jones and Keefe radio program, Dave, we had Jeremy Piven in studio. He of Very Bad Things and Old School, Entourage, and many, many more.
Did you bring up, I didn't get to listen to it live, did you get to bring up Very Bad Things with him, and how like I think you and I are the only people who have seen that movie more than once?
I did mention Very Bad Things to him, and he was like laughing about that, and then he was telling a story. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it, so to not to the YouTube here, but to the audio, I will add the whole interview. So if you guys missed it, you can listen to that coming up. But he does have an anecdote about that and Smoking Aces, and how like another actor approached him thinking that like he did cocaine, and he's like, well, no, that was a movie. It's like a pretty good anecdote. But no, Very Bad Things that is a slept on movie. That's got a great cast. It is a wild, dark comedy. Like it is funny, but it is messed up.
And one of the great lines that I think a handful of people I know reference, you're one of them, that you can't stop the salmon man. I use it all the time, and people are like, what's that from? And I tell them, and they're like, never seen it.
Oh yeah. It is not. Is it even a cult classic? I don't even know if enough people.
I don't think it is
a cult classic.
So to give if you're not one of the 5 people I know who have seen this movie, Jeremy Piven gets thrown down a flight of stairs, and is trying to he's bashed and mangled and is trying to make his way back up the stairs, and he exclaims, "You can't stop the Salmon Man."
He's a menace in this movie. He is so good.
Yep.
It's like a bunch of dudes. They're watching like a UFC fight. They're all wrestling each other. There's like a prostitute over there. It's a mess of a movie. Christian Slater is in it. He's awesome. Jon Favreau's in it.
Yep. It's a great cast.
Yeah, was it Cameron Diaz and like Daniel Stern? It's like loaded.
Yep. Yeah. You got them all.
Love Very Bad Things. But yeah, was that PCU? Jeremy Piven was great in PCU.
As was Jon Favreau.
Right. Yeah, because I'm not an Entourage guy, but I was asking him about some of his movies, and so anyway, he was
Blow me where the Pampers is.
Yeah, you'll notice we're promoting an event that has already passed. You'll hear in the interview he was at the Wilbur this past Friday, but skip over that part. Enjoy the rest of it. So thanks for listening to this episode on him. If you're watching on YouTube right now, jump over to the other link, and we are going to talk the program as football month rolls on. But right now we will have Jeremy Piven coming up next.
The Hashtag Dork Podcast.